How's it going? Galore Wrestling Figures here, welcome to another video. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Survivor Series Ultimate Warrior Elite. And now, as I've stated in my last video, I'm finally collecting Golden Era and New Generation Elites. And now, my good friend James, or as you might know him, Jimboy86, got two of these figures because the Entertainer have been selling these for about £8 something each, and including postage, I think they're about £13, which is a great price for an Elite. And recently, I thought about getting it, but I actually missed out on them. But Jimboy86 actually messaged me saying if I wanted his spare one, because he got two, and I thought, why not? And here I am. In the last video, I did actually sort of unbox this, and here I am with the review. And but yeah, as I say, anyone that's sort of on the lookout for this Elite, now's probably your best time, because Entertainer might get some restock. So there is on eBay and stuff like that. They are quite cheap, but like you can get it for like £8, which is a great price. And I'm glad that I could get this one. And this is officially start of the Golden Era collection. And I can't wait to get some of my favourites in Elite form, like maybe some more Ultimate Warriors, the Big Boss Man, and you know, other people from that era like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage. The list could go on, and I've got a detail to put them in, and this looks great on display. So without any further ado, let's get into the accessories. You do get a few accessories with this, but the main ones are the Build-A-Figure heads, and of course you do get two Rick Rude heads. Oops. And I believe this is the WWF one, and this is the WCW one. And of course, here's the WWF one. Of course, this is for the Build-A-Figure, which you can get quite cheap now if you want to get all the figures. Of course, there's the beard. It does look quite good. And then you have got the WCW one, which of course has just got a moustache, and that does look quite good. Pretty much, I think they're actually similar. Not the same, but they are quite similar facial expressions. But I think that they are different, but they both do look quite good. And of course, you do get a couple of pair of hands. You do get fisted hands. Of course, no wrist tape or anything, just normal like that. And then you do get, I think these are mic holding hands, I might be wrong. Sort of slightly open, but they do look quite good. And that being said, let's get on to the figure itself. So the actual Ultimate Warrior itself is based off Survivor Series 1990. And of course, this figure captures that gear quite well. And I do want to start off with a head scan, as always. And the head scan on this is quite good. It's sort of got like a screaming impression going on. And they have done the hair quite well. But the only thing that I don't like sometimes about certain figures' hair is that now it's sort of got this little gap there, because it's been in that position. But it's not too bad. Of course, the face paint, which Ultimate Warrior was famous for. So I've got like a black, and I think that's sort of like a black and silver, not a black and white, but it does look quite good. The torso, I feel like they have used the right torso, and in hand it does feel quite good. And of course, double jointed arms as well, which are always good. And you do get these little tassels, and these do actually come off. But I did it to see how easy it was to get on off camera, and it's quite hard. It took me about 5 minutes to get back on. So be warned at your own risk. If you take these off, they're impossible to get back on. But they do hinder their articulation a bit, but it's not too bad. Of course, you look at the sort of wrist tape. Well, I wouldn't say this is wrist tape. I'd say it's more of wrist tape, just not on the wrist, and sort of more towards the just on the actual arm. But whatever it's called, it does look quite good. Of course, on this you've got the Ultimate Warriors logo, sort of white, green, purple, orange, yellow. So there is a mix of colours. Of course, it's pretty much the same on this hand, except just sort of, I think they've changed the colours around a bit. Of course, the trunks as well, got a mix of the colours that are there. And it's got these sort of little tassels sculpted on, which I do like. Don't move or anything, they're just sculpted. And on the back, I do like the design that they've got, the Only Survivor. There is a bit of paint loss there, but it's not too bad because you don't really see it. In the trunks, they do look quite good. Of course, you got this design again on the knee pads. It's quite good. I think it's the Ultimate Warrior's logo, but it's sort of like his face bin, and overall it is on it, so it does look quite good. Because you got the tassels again, I think these would be quite hard to get back on, but they do look quite good. Sort of like just a mixture of bright colours. And now, here's what I want to talk about, these boots. The boots, for some reason, they don't really move that well, I think, because of this, but they've sort of got these sort of like, I think they're sort of long boots, but they have these sort of like tassels over them, and they are rubber, sort of like a hard rubber, but they do look quite good. Sort of like just full silver, same as the boots, but they do look quite good. I think that this might be accurate, but it would have been quite good if there was a bit of colour, but I think that there's some others, Ultimate Warriors Elites, that are like that. But yeah, these are just fully, I think if you really wanted to, you could take these off, but so they aren't sculpted on, they are just like a piece, but they are quite good, sort of soft as well. But on display, it makes the figure sort of look more better just because it's more tassel, so it does make it look quite good. And overall, the sort of like lower part of the body here does look quite good, although it's not the same colour as that, it does look quite good. And overall, it is quite a good figure. And it does have some good articulation as well, you know, you can get some good poses off. And for some reason, mine, if you've noticed, the arm sort of stuck out a bit. I think there is ways to fix it, but it's not too bad, especially when it's on display. But yeah, there is some good posability that you can get. And overall, it is quite a good figure, which I recommend picking up. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to rate this Ultimate Warrior 8 out of 10 because it is a really good figure, especially for the price. And if you do see one of these, even if it's about £20 retail price, it is a great figure. And of course you do get the builder figures as well. The builder figure parts for the Rick Rude, so if you want to build that, why not? And it is a good figure, one that I definitely recommend. So thanks again to Jimboy86, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.